They are just like us. They range from every ethnicity and every age. They dress like us, eat like us, and talk like us. Yet they are treated less than equal to us. They could be your brother, sister, mom, or dad, but no matter who they are given less rights than us. The one difference between us, they can't marry who they like. And why is that? Because they are homosexual. And some people don't accept it or approve of it. But who is anyone to deny someone holy matrimony in the country of the free and the brave? I thought we were not supposed to discriminate against others. So today, I'm going to tell you why people are against the homosexual union, what the myths about homosexuality are, why gays should have the rights to marry, and what you can do to make it happen. We need to change. California is the state of affairs in this country, and I believe once we get the rights going right, everyone else will follow suit. Now I'm going to talk about why people are against homosexual marriage. First, they are against it for religious reasons. Even though this country's laws should be separated from religious beliefs, stated in the Establishment Clause of the U.S. Constitution. Secondly, they are homophobic or have fears of homosexuals, which could stem from being secretly gay themselves or simply misunderstanding them. Also, it also shows the lack of acceptance in our country about in the world, about racial, religious, and ethnic differences among people. The Inquisition and the Holocaust are many of prime examples of our intolerance of people of different ethnicity, sexual orientation, and races. Also, those religions that define homosexuality negatively also predispose groups and individuals to assume the same ideas, stated in Our Sexuality, page 261 to 262. Another reason is America is still new to the idea of homosexuality in the open media, and the country is going through some big cultural changes. My teacher, Jane Smith of cultural anthropology, stated that in her lectures. However, there are myths that need some light put on them in our society. So the first myth of homosexuality that I'm going to go over is the by default myth, which people engage in unhappy heterosexual relationships, and apparently those cause the people to go to homosexual relationships. Example, all a lesbian needs is a good leg, or he just needs to find the right woman, which is incorrect, stated by Bell in 1989, 81. Secondly, the seduction and contagion myth. The belief that young men and women have become homosexual because they have been seduced by older homosexual people or because they have caught it from someone else. Particularly, I will like the respected teacher who was homosexual. People who believe that gay men and lesbians should not teach in schools, about 36% of Americans probably believe in the seduction and contagion myth. Sexual orientation is often established before school age, and that most homosexual people have their first sexual experiences with someone close to their age. Bell, 1981. And lastly, we've all heard of Sigmund Freud. He believed that if a male had a distant relationship with his father and a close one to his mother, he was going to turn out to be gay, and vice versa for women. However, this type of family dynamic is present in households of heterosexual and homosexual people all across the country. And Bell and his colleagues determined that no particular phenomenon of family life could be singled out as especially consequential to development. Bell, 1981. As Lisa Diamond puts it well, sexual and emotional feelings, like all complex patterns of human experience, develop as a result of dynamic interchanges among inner, environmental, and cultural factors. 2008, page 250 of Our Sexuality. So we must understand why gays should have the same rights as their heterosexual counterparts. And I have a slideshow to show you some facts that will hopefully look up more myths that we have about homosexuals. Yes. Was it that one? Okay, but then we're going to. Okay, so unfortunately my presentation is not working, so we're going to go on to why gay marriage should be legal. First of all, it will give us more tax revenue. They can jointly file and get more income flowing into the country's job economy. About 600,000 gay and lesbian couples and their children in the United States lack the 1,000+ benefits that married heterosexual couples have, including Social Security, child custody, immigration rights, joint insurance policies for health, home, and auto, and status as next of kin for hospital visits, or for even making funeral arrangements for a partner. Elvila in 2009, Garcia 2009, Kitch 2006, Our Sexuality, pages 386 to 387. Also, the homosexuals will feel equal and have less psychological damage from the stigma of gay marriage. Gay and lesbian married couples who live in Denmark, who have had the right to marry since 1989, found that a significant benefit for the married same-sex couples was an increased sense of security. Eskridge and Spadell, 2006. And also, Michelle Arnold, the psychology professor here at Contra Costa College, states that there is a separation of church and state, but it gets boring when it comes to the topic of homosexuality. Not to mention the Bible Belt, the southern part of the country, which is, Georgia, Mississippi, and all that. It would take years for that Bible Belt to get used to the idea of legalizing homosexual marriage. Making gay marriage legal has its benefits, but it should have been legal in the first place. And I have solutions for you to make that happen. For one, you can vote on the new propositions about gay marriage in the future. Secondly, you can have your own beliefs, but understand one's view will be different than yours. You should be respected just as equally as your own. And thirdly, there is no serious harm to letting gays get married. If you're worried about your child or loved one becoming gay, it isn't a catchable disease. It is a combination of environmental, inner feelings, and everything about life that makes them homosexual, not just by talking to someone and then somehow they're being convinced. And in conclusion, so today I went over why people are against a homosexual union, what the myths of homosexuality are, why gays should have the rights to marry, and what you do to make it happen. I am not saying compromising your beliefs. I am not saying become gay or lesbian. But what I am saying is that you need to think of the fact that they are just as much a citizen of this country as you and I are. And despite what difference of opinion they might have, they deserve the same rights as you and I. Think about it. What if it was your daughter, son, or perhaps a best friend that came and told you they were gay? Would you still deny the rights to gay marriage, or would you think it's time for some equality in this country? You want everything for your child or loved one, and gay marriage is definitely a right they should have, regardless of others' opinions.